Hey friends, it is Mickey and I just want to make a quick update. I have my third voice training lesson tonight. I've done laser once. I have another appointment coming up in about a week or so, and yeah, that is painful, but it'll be worth it in the end. And the person I went to was absolutely wonderful. She was very open and accepting and new to trans people, at least that she knows of, but had lots of just good general questions. Super sweet, super helpful, made the process as painless as possible, which I know is hard to do. Voice training is going well. I'm with Seattle Voice Labs and they're doing a good job. So it's only been 2 lessons, but I imagine the hard stuff is coming up pretty soon. And by hard, I don't mean using my voice to find what I need to find. I mean hard as in like actually using it publicly. That is going to be a really hard thing to do and to get over. But yeah, those are the 2 kind of more general things. I have felt some personal changes just sort of on the horizon, just from a more ethereal perspective. For those that don't know, which is probably all of you, I actually live in a yurt here in Jackson Hole. It's a great little place. It's dirt cheap rent, but it does have some drawbacks. For starters, it is a tiny little, basically a studio apartment, and carrying a lot of stuff. But it's basically just like a little tiny studio apartment, but there is no running water. So there's a little yurt community, and everybody shares water at what's known as the bathhouse. And that's where people, take showers, do laundry, wash dishes, things like that. So it's a little inconvenient, but at the same time, it's dirt cheap rent in Jackson Hole. And after my divorce several years ago, that was pretty much the only way I was able to stay here and to see my daughter. So I'm eternally grateful for it. But I can just sort of feel that it might be time to move on, but the problem is Teton County, where Jackson Hole is the wealthiest county in the country. So rent is reflected in that. And I'm not really in a position to change where I live just yet. So I don't know, maybe something will happen, but that's just sort of where I am right now. Same thing with my work. I'm really happy with the job. The people there are fantastic. I get to move around a lot, so I'm not just like sitting at a desk or anything. It's a fun environment, but same thing, I have no idea what, but I feel like something else is on the horizon. And if this were my job, if making these videos for this and my photography channel and my hiking channel were basically my job, that would be a dream come true. But yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen, but I just, it's just sort of like an instinct. You just sort of feel that change is there. And it kind of feels that way with the larger world, doesn't it? I definitely know things seem dark, but it's really important just to look for the beauty that's there, because there is a lot of it there, and you kind of just have to look for it. I know it's hard. I had to stop watching like a lot of the late night talk shows. I used to love watching Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, kind of all of them, but I had to disconnect because while I love their presentation of things that are going on, it also essentially reminded me of things that were going on. And so because of that, that's what I was thinking about. That was all the stuff. And I'm not saying bury your head in the sand and don't just ignore everything, but at the same time, just don't overwhelm yourself with it. There's a balance. You can be informed and not like overwhelmed by it all. But the good is there. It will come out. It kind of, where we are right now reminds me a lot of the very first episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, if you've seen it. If you haven't, I'm going to geek out for you for a little bit. They meet an alien named Q, an omnipotent alien that kind of puts them on trial in a mid-21st century like kangaroo court. And if you go back and watch it, the parallels are pretty scary given the time frame they chose and what we're living in now. But I mean, I do think we're going to be okay. I do think we're going to get out of this, and it's all going to be good, because every human, every animal wants to survive. Everybody wants to live. Everything on this planet wants to keep living and experiencing things. And if you look at that from a broader perspective, if you kind of scale back and look at the whole human race, like collectively, we want to survive. And so we will find a way out of this, because, I mean, things are dark now, but they have been a lot darker before. So, and yet we still find a way to persevere. Humanity does. It's dark, it's bleak, but that will to survive is gonna shine through. And that will to survive is basically love. It's the goodness in everyone. And that is gonna push through everything. And you're even starting to see that. A lot of special elections, there's a lot more people that aren't being fooled twice or three times. But yeah, kind of going off on a tangent, but just stay hopeful, stay optimistic, because when you lose hope, then they've won. Then they've kind of gotten what they want. So it's dark, but it'll get better. Maybe not tomorrow, but soon. There are changes happening. Things are happening. I guess that was my point, is both on a microcosmic and macrocosmic scale, I feel some changes happening. And yeah, never lose hope. But anyway, that is my rambly update for today. And yeah, thank you for watching. I love y'all so much. Thank you for all the support. Y'all are all amazing. And I will see y'all next time.